NoDQ.com.
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 NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. It is February 12th, 2024. Happy birthday, posthumously, of course, President Lincoln, among many others. This is Talk Wrestling. You are watching the Jeff Meacham Network and NoDQ.com. Happy, again, Monday afternoon, everybody. Much appreciated, everybody already in the chat room. It's good to see people filing in. Matthew, we'll talk about wrestling. That's what we do. It's called Talk Wrestling, right? So we'll do that. And Psycho says if Andy grew out his beard, he'd look like, if Jeff grew out his beard, he'd look like Andy Reid. And to Josh's point, if I aged about 30 more years, maybe. But, you know, congrats again to the Kansas City Chiefs, winners of Super Bowl 58 yesterday. You know what, Patriots fan? How about be quiet? Because Belichick's already off, hopefully for good. So, you know, quiet you. Anyway. And to answer the question, JJ's here. Good to see JJ. To answer the question, my favorite Taylor Swift song, this is going to sound really sappy and very unman-like, but You Belong With Me is my favorite one. What can I say? I love that song. I think it's cute as hell. But you'll get to find out what all of our songs, our favorite songs of Taylor Swift's discography are this coming Saturday night in open mic night, because in celebration of Taylor Swift leading the Chiefs to Super Bowl victory, we will be having a karaoke night dedicated to Taylor Swift herself, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific, this coming Saturday. So be there. I know Josh is far more stoked than he should be.
I have a fun fact about Taylor Swift and Super Bowls. Taylor Swift has attended more Super Bowls than the Dallas Cowboys since 1996. 1-0. I like that, Cowboys fan.
We thank you for joining us for Talk Wrestling today. I'm gonna have to get off the air because you don't want to hear somebody get murdered on the air, and it'll be a thing. Anyway, asshole. Anyway, let's see. Yes, much to know what Sugar, and we will be having karaoke this coming Saturday on open mic night. Now, as far as what we usually talk about on the show, which is of course professional wrestling, sports entertainment, all the things contained therein. They did air a WrestleMania teaser during the Super Bowl, one of those, like little mini clips. And it looks like what we're going to get on April 6th or April 7th is something involving Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes possibly teaming up to face The Rock and Roman Reigns. Again, nothing is for sure until we see a match graphic and a announcement from WWE or somebody involved. So I'm looking forward to how things play out. I know it seems like the want now is Rock versus Roman to still take place, perhaps as one of the main events on WrestleMania night, and then the other night still have the championship match that has been advertised, has been announced now officially between between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. We do know for sure that Io Sky will defend her WWE Women's Championship against Bayley, the winner of the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble. So we do know at least 2 matches. We just don't know what night they will be on, where they will fall in their WrestleMania lineup, how we will get there. But that's the great part about watching WWE programming. We don't know how we're going to arrive on the final stop of the road to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. We do know that tonight on Monday Night Raw, we'll have these 4 matches at least advertised for sure. Jey Uso and the New Day versus the entirety of Imperium, and in Money in the Bank, not Money in the Bank, it's not July yet, Jeff. Elimination Chamber qualifying matches: Liv Morgan versus Zoe Stark, Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed, and L.A. Knight, say it with me, yeah, against Ivar of the Viking Raiders. We've also had JD McDonough and R-Truth advertised again. It's like, really? Do we need to do that again? Thank you, Matthew, for the appreciate that.
R-Truth got the first hot tag in a Royal Rumble ever.
He did. That's our boy Truth. We love Truth on this channel. We love Truth since the XMV days in 2004. So I don't know if we ever had him as a guest, which kind of sucks. I would like to have on Ron as a guest. That would have been a lot more fun back then. Oh, for people asking, yes, I am planning to go to the TNA pay-per-view in April in Vegas. It's on April 20th in Las Vegas. Do we see a Rob Van Dam phone call going down? Just throwing that out there. April 20th in Vegas with Rob. That's asking for me. You're not going anywhere near that. You're not going 100 miles. Well, actually, I think we're 100 miles. Computer, how far is Vegas?
Vegas is 262.3 miles away by car.
We're a little bit over.
Okay, so yeah, you're not going 100 miles of that. So that's not happening.
We're a little over.
We're a little over. So yeah, if you want to go that 100 miles, you have to go like halfway there. So you can go as far as Barstow, and then you can sit there and wait and just be patient because that's right, you pal. Now, JJ says, I hope Zoe Stark wins tonight, but we'll probably get Liv. Very likely, but we'll see. Mr. Thomas here. Good to see Tom. Good to see Ashton. People filing in. I love it on the Monday afternoon as we get ready to go. WWE gets ready to go live to Raw at the top of the hour. Let's see, they're still on USA Network for now, at least for another 10 months before they move to Netflix, and it'll be good stuff. Matt Helms is here. Good to see Matt. Thank you very much, sir. Rays fan is here as well. Again, we have people I haven't seen in a while on this show. Much appreciated, guys. Very, very cool. anyway, I mentioned Rebellion. Very likely going to that. I won't be going to our next watch along for wrestling, which is TNA based. It'll be February 23rd, Friday night, as TNA presents No Surrender on TNA Plus. We will also, our next sports based watch along, which after the Super Bowl yesterday, we thank Statboy and Dory Lou for covering Super Bowl 58 for us. We will next cover the UFL championship game, unless they schedule the Stanley Cup final or the NBA finals before that. The UFL championship game will be played on June 16th. So that'll be our next sports-based Statboy Sports Bar watch along of here on the Jeff Meacham Network. So thank you very much for everybody that tuned in yesterday. Very, very cool. And yes, we did have Taylor in the crowd. And no, this photo is not courtesy from CBS or the NFL, because I did make sure we had the Bloodline logo on her shirt, because even Taylor Swift, Dylan, with the hand in the air, acknowledges the tribal chief and the Anawahi family. So you acknowledge it too. You will learn, boy. Although Cody Rhodes is going to be the new champion, so I'm okay with that too. Anyway, a lot of cool stuff. A lot less bad news coming out of the last week. I know we talked about on Open Mic Night the departure of Scott D'Amore from TNA and the shakeup in Stardom, but it looks like things are settling a little bit as far as after the first 50-something days of this year almost being just absolutely batshit crazy. Hopefully the news picks up and improves in terms of positive versus negative. We have a long and winding road to go as we head toward WrestleMania and NXT Stand Deliver, of course, AEW Revolution coming up on March 3rd, 2 days after my birthday. And then WrestleMania week, including somebody's 16th birthday. That we'll be celebrating that during that week, I'm sure. We're hoping to celebrate in Philadelphia, but that didn't work out because it is what it is. Money's not there, travel's not there. But we will definitely be celebrating WrestleMania as we do each and every year across the multiverse of media. And Matt says, so no one's surprised Okada's going to AEW, it looks like. But is Tony overdoing it if he debuts Mercedes, Okada, and Ospreay all during big minutes? Well, again, Ospreay is kind of like already made his debut. He's just not made his I'm officially with AEW debut, if that's the case. And yes, JJ, that's a very good point. We'll celebrate Dylan's birthday if he lives to tell the tale. If he survives till his birthday, we'll celebrate it. It's a long 2 months. So anyway, it'll definitely be interesting. I would love to see Braun Breaker versus Gunther as well. Moderators, if you guys are in there, please be on stuff like this because it happens every stream now, it seems like. Thank you, guys. Braun Breaker and Gunther would be okay, except I really want more of a build for it. And can we not with the noise? Thanks, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm on the air. Hi. Damn it, I lost train of thought. So even with a 50+ day build, Braun hasn't officially signed with either brand of the main roster yet, and he is still actively involved in NXT as far as winning the Dusty Cup with Corbin. They got to at least have that feud or that program be blown off one way or the other. Gunther versus Big E would be wonderful if Big E was cleared and they found a way to tell the story properly within the next 50-something days. I'd be wonderful if Big E could return to the main roster. And I would have loved to have seen Truth be a WWE World Champion. He is a 2-time NWA champion in the TNA days. Definitely would agree with Big E and Punk hosting WrestleMania after the awesome job they did as part of the panel at the WrestleMania kickoff on Thursday in Vegas. And again, shout out to everybody who dared to go near Las Vegas in the last 7 days. My goodness. They had an overhead shot during the presser on Thursday, and it was traffic already. From what I was told by friends in the area, Saturday and Sunday were absolutely batshit crazy traffic-wise. So if you live in the area, Good on you. If you traveled for the Super Bowl or for the WrestleMania, you're braver than me. You guys are crazy. Yeah, and again, I don't know if Big E is the direction. I would love it for it to be the direction. That would be wonderful, but it would just, if it happens, great. This is a great question, Psycho, and I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to bring it up in conversations. Roman, a lot of times here in graphic and presentation, has been labeled as the undisputed WWE champion without saying Universal. Paul Heyman still says Universal in his beautiful Heyman diatribes, but I'm seeing it labeled a lot more as Roman's the WWE champion. So I think now that he's obtained the world title days mark as far as being in that top 4, I think they've just gone with the, okay, it's one championship again. Because he carries one belt. They don't carry all the peripheral belts anymore. So I think he is officially the WWE champion, and that's what he's going to be. They're still going to call him undisputed because it gives him more prestige and more labels and whatever, but I don't know if he is. I guess we'll see at WrestleMania when Samantha Irvin or Mike Rome introduces him. We'll see what they say. But it would be cool. What I am going to do is put the banner up and remind everybody that I appreciate everybody that comes in. And I was told, yes.
I have like a genius idea
About
for
what?
the storyline
Okay.
of Roman and all that.
Okay.
Okay, so main event night 2, tornado tag. Both titles on the line, whoever pins. Cody, Seth on one team, Rock, Roman on another team. Because obviously Cody and Seth are going to be pulling each other off,
Sure.
even on their own teams.
Sure.
But you would think Rock and Roman. So there could be a pivotal moment where like Roman spears or Rock does a rock bottom, lets the other one on, and then pulls them off, attacks them, does a finishing move on them, and then gets pinned or whatever. Doesn't have to be Rock or Roman winning. It could be Cody or Seth. Probably Cody winning both. So Cody has both titles. Then you can do a 3-month feud with Rock and Roman, which ends in Hell in a Cell, so that way the Bloodline can't get involved and have a final ending.
But remember, The Rock
over the head of the table.
But remember, The Rock is part of this. He's aligned with
exactly. Rock. That's what I'm saying. So Roman can turn on Rock.
Oh, okay.
And then Rock will be like, "We're supposed to be family. You aren't even. I'm older than you, so I should be the head of the table." And then there can be a 3-month feud of like, who's the head of the table.
So I heard a suggestion earlier. I forget what show I was watching. It doesn't matter. I'm watching this shit all day. Roman should be both nights. You want to make Roman a bigger star even though he lose the title. Roman beats Rock. Because Rock didn't need the victory. He didn't need that shit. And that irks The Rock enough where I don't know if I want him to help Cody because that kind of cheapens Cody's win. But Rock loses in night 1, and then Roman loses to Cody on night 2. And you end with the big, he finished the story, he did the thing. And that's beautiful shit because then Cody's the face of the company. And Roman can, take his hiatus or whatever the hell he wants to do. But I only have a problem with tornado tag because that's WCW booking. That's how Randy Savage became champion in 99. It was him and Sid against champion Kevin Nash and Sting, where anybody that got the pin would be the world champion. So Savage won, and then he was champion for 24 hours, and Hogan came out and did Hogan things. Brother. So anyway.
But you're telling me that's not a good way to end the whole...
I don't mind it. The tornado tag thing is, or a tag match period is what crawls up my ass, just because I don't like the title being on. I do like the throwback idea of having a tag match main event the show.
Yeah, and they have it different enough because it's 2 belts on the line, 1 on each team.
But again,
so as a different element than just one title, and it's like more of like a fatal 4-way.
Yes.
Just disguised as a tag for some reason. It actually gives a reason to have a tag,
Yes.
Especially because there's 2 people that are trying to just help one person win. So it adds a good twist ability, so you can be suspenseful if there's going to be a twist, which they probably will because it's WWE. And then you can have Cody finish the story still.
Again,
You know?
we're gonna
Finishes that completely. Then Cody can do whatever Cody thinks is, and then Rock and Roman can have like a little mid card feud,
right.
or like not mid card, but like co-main.
Okay.
And that way, whoever won the Royal Rumble women's side can get main event number 1 for first night.
See, that'd be an Uncle JJ idea, because that was what he was chapped about last year, was that the women's Royal Rumble didn't main event.
That's what I'm saying. So we can have both main event winners back. We can have both.
But The Rock has to.
That's what I'm saying. It works. It completely works. You just don't want it to work because you don't want it to work. I don't know why you don't want it to work, but you don't want it to work.
Yes, Walter, that is the same Dylan that was in the background in his playpen out in front of this house almost 16 years ago. Same kid, and videos of him when he was small. Where the F does time go? Time goes by in a flash is where it goes. And by the way, to the person I just timed out, when you start something with saying, with all due respect, you're not going to have respect. And that was disrespectful. And that was actually pretty mean fucking spirited, if I'm being honest. There's my one for no DQ, Aaron. And one of your people got that. So there you go. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah. My son played Fortnite and did that floss dance when he was that age. So the next time you want to insult my family, just go fuck off and don't watch my show. Thanks. Anyway. I protect my boy, and I don't appreciate people being insulting. And I'm not going to tolerate it. And you're going to get called out for being a shit if you do that. And since you didn't want to super chat, double fuck off when you do that. Thanks. Appreciate you. And Aaron can have you on his chat room all he wants. But I've had enough of people coming in here and not super chatting and then being disrespectful. So suck it. Thanks. All right. Now, where were we? Back to Cody and Roman, what actually we're supposed to be talking about today. And Justin is on super chat. Gonna go with no, Dylan. Don't let your dad nap. So it's been the running thing. The last 2 weeks, I've taken a nap here in the middle of the day just to recharge, and like the big news has gone down. When I woke up from a nap, Rock was on the board. When I woke up from a nap a couple days later, Vince was in the shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I'm not allowed to sleep. I'm just not allowed to sleep anymore.
No sleep.
Apparently. So anyway.
Have you seen the Drake video?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? The big one that came out 2024.
We're live, pals. I don't follow music enough to know what the hell you're talking about, son.
Chat, fill him in.
Okay, we're gonna go to commercial so I can try to get this thing back under control here. It's gonna be a brief one. I mentioned the watch long coming up of UFL. Here's coming up on the wrestling watch long side of things across Multiverse Media.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
There we go. All right. JJ actually has a good idea, my boy, since you're usually home about that time. If you haul your ass home, Dylan seems to have some creative ideas. Maybe Meach's musings should be a father-son situation.
No.
Can you get here by 3?
Hell no.
So we'll move Meach back to 4. We'll do Meach to 4 then on Thursdays then. There you go. There's the new booking. So the graphic I have for Meach musings is going to be completely useless because I have it at 3 o'clock. So, all right. Meach's Musings is now Meacham's Musings, both of us. There you go.
We'll try it for a week.
We'll try it for a week. We'll try it on. We're booking on the fly again. It's like we booked the Taylor Swift thing. We're booking on the fly here today. So there you go. All right, let's see. Let's see where are we at. 25. We'll go into the shills. Hell with it. That was fun. Okay. All the shills. Here we go. Gotta get into that mode here. Again, our next wrestling watch along will be Friday, February 23rd. Coming up, that is No Surrender, presented by TNA Wrestling. The next morning, of course, will be the Elimination Chamber on WWE Premium Live Event, of course, on Peacock here in the United States and on WWE Network for now around the world. Again, our next Stepway Sports Bar watch along will be the UFL Championship on June 16th. I will be at the Notorious Whiskey A Go-Go this Friday night, February 16th, to see my buddies, the Pinktastic Plastics, and their new video, Kinda Crazy, debuts on YouTube tomorrow, Wednesday, Valentine's Day, hence the pink theme. Also, if you were one of the first 40 people at the show at the Whiskey on Friday, you get one of those hotel, ironically enough, because they're with the motels on Friday, keychains. So check that out on throughout the rest of this week. Jesse Fury and the Sound, including my old buddy Nikki Stevens, will be at the Mint on February 21st. Doors are at 6. Show is at 7. JJ, and For Love of Wrestling for the next 2 weeks, his schedule will be as such. Tomorrow, Tuesdays, he'll be covering SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, and tonight's Raw. And then Wednesday, NXT, Thursday, Dynamite, and Friday morning Impact. He'll be doing that this week and next week, so be on the lookout for that schedule alteration. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, Stapleton Sports Bar with a full recap of Super Bowl 58 and all the things in the world of sports. The Greg Cherry Show will be on Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. Meach's Musings will also be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. I know what it says there because I wasn't planning on changing the time, but here we are. This is where we live now. And as I mentioned, Saturday night, open mic night, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific, with our open mic night karaoke this month. Taylor Swift karaoke in celebration of the Kansas City Chiefs winning Super Bowl 58. And we'll be back here next week with more of Talk Wrestling, guys. It's really that simple. Let me just make sure. Josh, you did send a super chat, so I'll ask a question. Who do I think wins the rest of the Tramer qualifiers? LA Knight. Tonight, Liv. Let's see. Let me get the graphic here in front of me. Go with Bronson Reed beating Lashley. And Logan Paul wins on SmackDown. And let's see. Just look at it real quick here. Yeah, Logan Paul wins on SmackDown. And I forget who's in the other one, because I know it's not Miz, because Logan Paul is facing Miz. So we'll check it out. But tonight, LA Knight, Bronson, and Liv all win their matches. That's what I see happening. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. We'll see you tomorrow for Stapboy's Sports Bar. If you're watching ODQ, we'll see you tonight after Monday Night Raw for Aaron's full recap. Other than that, we'll see you guys all the rest of this week right here across the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse Media.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com.
NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.